Most GC detectors can occasionally get a little bit dirty, either due to a horrible, disgusting sample or ongoing column bleed. So one may find it useful from time to time to take a hard look at the detector signal level and decide whether or not to bake it out. So here we have an FID, it's lit, and it's reading some millivolts. In this particular case, 0.20 millivolts. That's not bad for this particular detector, but with age or with terrible samples, that millivolt rating might get a little bit higher. So one convenient way to actually clean out that FID and to get that baseline signal down is to bake out the FID. So we understand why we want to bake out, how to bake it out. Well, that's simplicity itself. First of all, you'll turn on the FID. You may want to remove the column from the FID and replace it with a cap, depending on the temperature limits of the column. So what we'll do is, if it's either the column installed or the FID is capped off, and we simply take the FID temperature and elevate it to some high temperature. Our FIDs can go up to 450. I don't recommend leaving them there for 450 degrees for extended periods of time, as there are some polymer parts in there that can degrade. But you can easily take it up to 350 for overnight, for example. So we'll put that in. And what will happen is, as the temperature of that FID increases, the background will also increase. And that is literally stuff, gunk, crud that is inside that detector boiling off and being detected. What will happen is, as that temperature goes up, the signal will go up, it will ultimately level off and then start coming back down. Again, this is the kind of thing where I get it started, I'll take a note of the signal, come back a few minutes later, take a look at the signal and the temperature, and then come back a few minutes later. This few minutes may involve a cup of coffee, this few minutes may involve actually some more substantial work. So depending on the degree of contamination, you might get this task done in a few minutes, or you may have to let it sit overnight.